A few days ago, I did a video how the FBI is going to be switching back to 9mm from 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, in that video, I didn't talk about the gun that they're going to be going back to, because I said that was for another video. And the reason I think it deserves its own video is because I think it's kind of funny how they went about choosing the gun that they're going to have now in 9mm. And the reason I think it's so funny is because it's a clear example of how the people that are in the field, the agents, the armorers, etc., really don't have that much say in what gun they get. They basically designed an RFP, and that's a request for proposal. That's basically just saying, here's a list of the requirements, the things that the gun has to have, the features it has to have, etc. They came up with a list that they thought would get them the gun they wanted, but it didn't. Because like I said, they don't get to make the decision. The decision about what guns to be bought is made by, some finance guy, some bean counter sitting up in an office somewhere in Washington who's never been in the field in his life. He just gets to say, okay, this gun met all the things on your RFP and it's cheaper, so that's the one we're going to go with. And last time that happened, they chose the Glocks. Well, the agents didn't want Glocks again. And neither did the armorers. Nobody in the field wanted Glocks. They wanted the SIG P320, and it was so obvious they wanted the SIG P320. If you look at their RFP and the things on the RFP, it's like they deliberately went through and disqualified every other gun you could think of. They basically just took the press sheet for the SIG P320 and wrote down, okay, here's our RFP. We want everything that is the SIG P320. And, they felt relatively confident, aha, they're not going to find another gun that matches these requirements that they can actually buy. It'll have to be the SIG P320. We'll get what we wanted. But they underestimated Gaston Glock. One of the things they put on the list that they thought would disqualify all Glocks is they said no finger grooves. And we all know all the modern Glocks have finger grooves. But Glock just said, well, that's not going to stop us. We'll submit a gun that doesn't have any finger grooves. I don't know if they used old Gen 1 or Gen 2 frames or whichever ones didn't have the finger grooves, or if they actually made a new frame for the guns to put in for testing, but they basically made a Glock 5th Gen. And since, of course, Glock is giving them those guns way cheaper than SIG could ever give the guns away for, they're going to get the contract. And they did get the contract. They basically just altered their gun to match the RFP. They said, screw you to the FBI agents, and they got the contract. Which is absolutely fine with me. I'm all for government agencies saving money. If they can get the Glocks for a third of the price of the SIGs, hey, then spend the tax dollars on the Glocks because they're cheaper. And Glock usually offers them up to 2 or 3, 4 replacements on those guns. So basically when they're buying one gun, they're usually buying 4 for that price because Glock will take the old gun back and give them a new gun 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times. So I just thought it was kind of funny how the agents thought they were going to get what they wanted, but then in the end they didn't because, like I said, they underestimated Glock. And I'm also kind of interested in seeing what Glock is going to make. Are they actually just going to use some old frames and put on new slides and make, just a conglomerate gun? It's not actually a 5th generation. Or are they actually going to come out with a 5th generation of Glock with no finger grooves? And are they going to make any other improvements when they go to the new frame? Or are they just going to be the same old Glock, just no finger grooves now? And are they going to make a special FBI edition? I would make an FBI edition. If you're going to change the frame just to make this gun for the FBI, why not do some commemorative slides or something with the FBI shield or something on it? I think this has a lot of opportunities for marketing here and for some people to get some pretty cool little collector's guns. And that's in addition to maybe there being a 5th generation Glock now. So actually, I think this is kind of cool. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the agents not getting the gun they wanted. I think the Glocks will serve them just fine. And like I said, they'll be cheaper. I'm actually more excited that we might see a new Glock now. And I'm not even a big Glock fan. Most people don't even like plastic guns, period. But I like when guns change. I like to see evolution in handguns. And I'm hoping that this will be a step forward, not just a step backwards. I hope they just don't make a finger grooveless gun. I hope they just don't remake the old guns. I hope they actually make some new changes to the gun too, along with the absence of finger grooves. So in the end, like I said, I'm okay with the FBI not getting the exact gun they wanted, and I'm kind of excited to see what Glock comes up with next for what might possibly be either the FBI Glock or the Glock 5th generation gun.